Alright everybody, I'm back and I'm about to coat up this window that we prepped a little bit earlier. So for this stage you're going to need a hawk, a trowel, a margin trowel, a scratch broom, a putty knife in case, maybe. Actually I don't think we'll need the putty knife. Sand and cement in a pail mixed into cement, and a scoop, and a rag. The sand and cement's just a bag mixture, basically just add potable water and away you go. Alright, I'm going to set you back up in my little tripod here that I left in the same place, hoping that... Yeah, perfect. Alright, so I'll take a scoop of my sand and cement mud, and my finishing trowel is what this is called, and I'm going to want to coat a good 4 inches. I'm going to want to cover all of my lath and then about 4 more inches onto the foundation beside it, just so I have enough room to feather everything in. This is sand and cement, so it'll wipe off easy enough. So you don't have to worry about prepping your windows with tape and poly for this step. Unless there's screens on the windows, then sometimes I'll poly them off because you don't like getting cement in screens. It's almost impossible to get off. So I'm going to make sure that my lath is completely coated, and I'm going to try to not leave a big ridge where the coat meets the foundation. Try and stay with an up and down motion on your sides because that's the way you can feather your mud in nice and flat. I'll take another scoop. This is doing underneath. Basically what you do, you get a little bit of mud and then you go and then you give it a little bit of a squeeze to squeeze it up under your top edge. And that's something that definitely comes with practice. It took me some time when I was starting off how to learn how to do that, but that's the process to make sure that the mud is all the way up underneath the window edge. Then for this, what I'm going to do, I'll go, I guess I kicked that a little bit, didn't I? I'll clean that up by going up and down. And then I'm just going to take the tip of my trowel across my top and scrape off any extra mud. Then I'm going to go up and down, also scraping off any extra mud, of which there will be quite a bit. Boom, then once you get your extra mud done, you can kind of come and give it a little smooth. The key with this is you want to try and make, when you come back to do your parging, you want to try and make this as nice as possible so it's not harder for you when you come back. As with anything, do everything as nice as you can from the start and then you don't have any problems down the road. Alright, I'm going to grab another scoop. Like I said, it's a blessing that the window wells aren't already in, because doing this when there's a window well right in the way is, I don't know if I'd say it's harder, but definitely more time consuming and more tedious. Sometimes it makes it easier, make your life easier to dig out the ground a little bit. Perfect. I'm going to smooth out the last of my bottom that I did. As you can tell, when there's more dirt and ground in your way, it definitely makes it more difficult to make your walls nice and smooth. Some guys will just say screw it and leave a mess. Not me. As you can see, this is probably taking longer than what other people do because, I don't know, matter of caring more, I don't know. Matter of me doing favor for future me. Perfect. All right, once you have your walls all evenly coated, you're going to want to do what we call a scratch. Basically, it's just making this from smooth to having a little bit of texture so that our next coat sticks nice. Boom. And then last but not least, definitely not least, is always take a rag and wipe off your edges, your siding edge if you got any on there. These little tops of these flashing corners. It's always easier to clean it now than to try to scrub it off when it's dry. And if you try to scrub it off when it's dry, you'll scratch up your drip cap and your sides of your windows if they're metal. And there you have it. I'll take you real quick for a close-up. As you can see, I don't have a nasty ridge there onto my cement. My window's edge is all clean. I'm coated right down to the tar line underneath. Window edge is clean, siding edge is clean. And there you go. That window is ready to be parged after 24 hours of dry time.